A podcaster has now been ordered to court where he may have to testify in a hearing against the accused killer of Cal Poly student Kristen Smart. Paul Flores is accused of her death 25 years ago. News Channel 12's Dave Alley is live outside the San Luis Obispo courthouse with details on a busy day. Dave?
Very busy indeed, Scott. After a long wait to start the day, it ended up being a very long day in court, with the proceeding ending just before 5 o'clock. There was about a 2-hour wait in the morning as attorneys from both sides shared evidence. And in the very first 10 minutes, once court did begin, quite a bit happened involving two of the biggest names that we have heard brought up over the first 4 weeks of this preliminary hearing. Now, right off the start, the Deputy District Attorney, the prosecutor, Chris Prevel, indicating that he's planning on witness testimony continuing through next week, finishing up either September 7th or the 8th. After that, there was discussion about Chris Lambert, the Orcutt podcaster, who's been subpoenaed by the defense to testify. Lambert announcing on Friday he's objecting to that subpoena and the effort that he turn over his personal documents related to the case. Judge Craig Van Rooyen ordering Lambert, who's been in court throughout this entire prelim, to be back here on September 7th for possible questioning. Defense attorney Robert Sanger also asked the judge to extend the on-call status for Scott Peterson to potentially testify, likely through Zoom. If that were to happen, Van Rooyen said he will rule later on whether or not to allow the convicted killer to potentially testify in this hearing. Peterson was a Cal Poly student at the time that Smart disappeared in '96. Later, we heard from a dog handler who participated in the search for Smart on the Cal Poly campus in late June 1996. Just the third witness to take the stand in the last 2.5 weeks. She described in great detail how her human remains detection dog alerted her to Paul Flores' dorm room. And then following her testimony, long discussion on evidence, particularly materials and files Sanger claims is not being shared by the prosecution. He continues to assert that lead sheriff's detective Clint Cole has had inappropriate communications with witnesses and has deleted evidence. Sanger is asking for all materials to be turned over, including files involving Peterson. Sanger also continues to complain about Cole's wardrobe, indicating today to the court he was once again wearing a purple tie, which he says shows bias and prejudice against Flores. An exasperated Prevel says the DA's office has gone out of its way to share all necessary evidence, saying they have given the defense every rock and boulder. He also asked Van Rooyen if the court could move on from the constant delays and the discussions about ties and simply carry on and talk about the evidence, as hoping that this the court case will continue on as planned. Court will resume back here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Reporting live in San Luis Obispo, Dave Alley, News Channel 12.